Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody's been doing well, and in good spirits. So I'm here back with another video. So the past 2 weeks, probably let's say 2 weeks now, I've been going through it with my kids, the bus company that picks them up to go to school. Now my kids attend charter school. The charter school used to be walking distance from our house, but they moved this year because they got a very brand new building, several floors, beautiful school. School is lovely. So they move, so now the kids have to take the bus to go to school because it's not walking distance anymore. The first couple days it was listening, which is fine because the bus drivers getting to know the route, whatever it is like that is cool. And then the bus driver was a very nice lady. So and then once she got the route, she was there on time. She was there on time all the time, as I say. And if the kids misbehave on the bus, she'll let me know, and I'll pull them up right in front of her to let them know I'm not playing. But she was a very nice lady. So, like 2 weeks ago, I guess she got sick. Don't know the details, but whatever it is like that, she got sick. So I guess they have someone else taking her route or trying to find somebody to take her out. I don't know, because with this bus company, you can't tell, because they tell you one story and then they tell the school a different story. So, the day that we found out the bus driver was sick, I was like, okay, cool, I had to take the kids to school because no bus came. Yeah. So I was like, all right, stuff happened. I get sick all the time too. This lady sick. Stuff happened. It's cool. We're like, okay, we should have stuff sorted out by the next day. Yeah, nothing was sorted out by the next day. Again, the next day, no bus came to pick up the kids. Mind you, at my kids' bus stop is 6 kids getting picked up at that bus stop. Okay, 6 kids. 6 kids, that's not even like, one kid is in junior high, and I think he literally just started junior high. But it's 6 kids that get picked up at that Pacific stop. So the next day come, still no bus. You're like, okay, all right. Had to take them to school again. Jump on the train, take them to school. Mind you, they've been late the day before that. Today again, they're late. The next day now, still no bus. So, we call in the school like, okay, what's going on? This should have been rectified the day after. I could understand the day of when the bus driver called out sick, whatever it is like that. I could understand. But y'all should have had y'all ducks in a row to get kids picked up the next day. Okay? So for 3 days, I had to take them to school. The following week come, still the same thing. Gotta stop what I'm. Mind you, let me backtrack. After standing out there for over 30 minutes waiting for the bus that never came. Mind you, they never send no notification to the school, none of that, letting them know that they have no bus, none of that. Did not do none of these things. Okay? The next week come, we're still going through the same thing. We're standing up outside there with the kids. No bus ain't coming. They say that a bus came and nobody was outside. We're like, okay, that's not true. It's like 3 parents standing up out here with 6 kids. It's very hard to miss us. Hello. So, finally, I'm going back and forth with the assistant principal. I'm like, okay, this is becoming ridiculous. Like, they need to let us know in advance so we can make better accommodation for our kids. Like, really. So, the vice principal is going back and forth with the bus company, whatever it is like that. So finally, he sent out a number to call the Board of Ed Office of Pupil Transportation. So I called. They took an incident report. That was it. They're like, oh, you need to call the bus company. Why do I need to call the bus company? You contracted them. They're on your contract. Okay, cool. I said, all right, cool. I was livid. First of all, I told that guy off because I was standing outside in the corner with my kids that day for like an hour. We're waiting, talking about, oh, the bus is coming, and the bus never came. When the assistant principal called the bus company, they're like, oh, the bus just started the route. Mind you, they started the route while the time the kid's supposed to be at school. So he's like, okay, wait there for a couple minutes. The bus never came. Okay? So, that whole week went by, still with the nonsense. When I call, mind you, is the most unprofessional thing I've ever seen. Like how when you call every department, you try to leave a message with, their mailbox is full. Like, that makes sense? Every department or every number that they tell you to press, every number that I press, first of all, people are not picking up their phone. And second of all, their mailbox is full. And then when I called dispatch, the dispatch was like, oh, please hold, and had me on hold for over 40 minutes. Never came back to the phone. Over 40 minutes I was on hold for. I hanged up the phone. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take the kids to school again. This is the thing. I don't have a problem taking the kids to school. It's that give me notice in advance that I got to take my kids to school. Okay? Let me know in advance so they won't be going to school late. They won't be showing up to school all 30, 40 minutes late. Let the parents know in advance so they can make better accommodation for their kids. So, I've made several complaints with the Board of Ed Office of Pupils Transportation, OPT, whatever the heck like that they call it. Several complaints where I have several incident numbers. And every time I speak to one of their operators or whatever it is they have there, it's like it makes no sense calling because she or he's basically telling me there's nothing they could do. Call the bus company. So the second time I spoke to them, I was like, okay, listen. When I spoke to somebody before yesterday, they told me the same thing. I said, I've been calling this bus company all day and nobody's picking up their phone. I said, I've been pressing 5 to leave a complaint. Nobody's picking up their phone. I say, and on top of that, I can't even leave a voicemail because all of their voicemail box is full. So what do you want me to do? Oh, I don't know. But I'm just here to take the complaint. So I say, okay. I say, after you take this complaint, would somebody be calling me back with a follow-up? Would somebody be calling back to let me know what action was taken in place? No, that's not what we do. Okay, so what the fuck do you do? What do you do? What are you getting paid to do? Just sit down behind a computer and give me a complaint number? What are you getting paid to do? Because my kids has been standing out here in the corner for like a week and a half. And I made several complaints. I've tried reaching the bus company and got no answer from them. So what exactly do you want me to do? Oh, I don't know. But I'm just here to take the complaints and give you a complaint number and pass it along to whoever it needs to go to. Okay, so when you pass it along to whoever it needs to go to, am I going to get a response back from them? Or am I going to get a call back, an email, anything back from them? No, that's not how we do stuff here. What do you do? I'm a parent calling to let you know that my kids' bus is not coming to pick them up, or when they do come, they're over an hour late. And this is the shit you telling me? I said, ma'am, you can't do shit for me, and I hang up the phone. I've not called them back because it makes no sense calling them back because it's the same thing over and over again. Now this week, the week has started, and it's the same shit. Took my kids out there, waiting, no bus. Called the bus company, finally get to speak to somebody. Oh, the bus broke down. I say, okay. So would you be sending a replacement bus? The replacement bus is not going to get there in time. Okay, so what does that mean? No bus is coming? No. So y'all didn't think to call the principal or email the principal, the vice principal, whatever it is like that, to let them know that the bus broke down and no bus is coming to pick up the kids to go to school? I literally had to call the assistant principal and let the assistant principal know, so he could send out a message to the other parents and them to let them know. How unprofessional is that? This is the most unprofessional thing I've ever witnessed. You have little kids standing on the corner waiting for a bus. You are jeopardizing people's kids' education. You are, what's the word I'm looking for? Point blank showing me that you don't care about my kids' education. Because if you cared, you would have done your job properly. You would have communicated. Now, several parents took their kids back home for a couple days when the bus wasn't working. My kids, I took the train and I took them to school. Because my oldest is a geek. He loves school. Ain't nothing wrong with geek, but I'm just saying. And he's even complaining to the fact, like telling me, Mommy, why am I always late to school? Why am I always the last one in my class? I don't like to be the last one in my class. When I get in my class, they're already at stage 2 and I already missed stage 1. So me as a parent now, my kids are young. They can't fight their battles yet. It's my job to fight their battles for them. Yep, I say it's my job to fight their battles for them. So I've went to the school, even though I've been communicating back and forth with the assistant principal, which is a very nice man. Anytime I call, he picks up. And I let him know, I say, listen, this is beyond ridiculous now. And I played the race card. I say, because if this was a white neighborhood, this wouldn't have been happening. I said that situation would have been rectified the next day. I wouldn't be going through this for 2 weeks with not knowing if the bus is coming to pick up my kids, if we're going to be standing out there for an hour, if we got to go jump on the train. I said, this is ridiculous. I said, I hope I'm not the only parent complaining. And he's like, no, you're not the only one. I said, this is ridiculous. I said, so what am I supposed to do now? I said, I've done all the necessary steps. What am I supposed to do? He said, Mom, I understand your concern. He said, we've been doing the same thing you've been doing. He said, we've been making complaints to the Board of Ed. They've been telling us the same thing they told you. So my question is, what exactly y'all do at the Board of Ed? Because if y'all can rectify a situation, what exactly y'all do? Y'all supposed to be out here helping parents to get kids to have a better education, to go out there and better themselves. And y'all can't even rectify a situation with a damn bus company that you guys contracted that is so freaking lackadaisical. It's ridiculous. Like, straight ridiculous. Like, your bus broke down and you did not even communicate to the school to let the school know that that bus and that route the kids will not be getting picked up. So once again, parents would have been standing out there for over an hour waiting for a bus that's not coming. Like, really? Really? When I tell y'all I've been so livid with this whole situation, I've been livid. Because I've called and rant and rave to the Board of Ed, or Office of People Transportation, and it's like water running off a duck's back. They did not give 2 shits. They're just like, okay, we'll take a complaint and pass it along, and yeah, that's it. Nothing. Let me tell y'all something. It's freaking crazy out here. People like, oh, it's not a race thing. It's a freaking race thing. It's a fucking race thing. Because let me tell you, if I was living in a white neighborhood and my kids was going to a fucking predominant white school, this shit would not have been happening. It would not have been happening. So yes, I'm playing the race card. I'm going to play the race card. I don't care who say what. Y'all could kiss my ass. I don't care. I'm playing the race card. If I was in a white neighborhood and my kids was going to a predominantly white school, this shit would not have been happening. I would have gotten answers. I would have gotten callback that supposedly the Board of Ed don't do. They don't give callbacks. Let me tell you something. I had to like literally calm myself down. I've cursed out several people at that office of student transportation, whatever it is like that you call them, whatever it is like that. I've cursed several of them out because I really want to know what the hell are they getting paid to do. Okay, we're tax-paying citizens. Our money's going towards your check. So what are you getting paid to do if you can't assist me? Really? If my kids, y'all can't freaking find, it's been 2 weeks and y'all can't find a replacement driver for y'all morning route. 2 weeks. And even if that's the case where you have to say like, okay, we're going to have to let a bus go to their first route and then come do a second pickup, a second route, we would understand. Communicate. Let people know. But you just sitting down there lackadaisical like you don't give two shits. You know, not like you don't give two shits about people's children. Because if you give a shit about my child, and I mean saying you got to love my child, but this is your job. Your job as that bus company is to get these kids to and from school. That's your job. And if y'all can't do y'all goddamn job, what's the sense? What's the sense? Why y'all took that contract knowing that y'all didn't have that much bus drivers? Why? Listen. I'm so over it. It's ridiculous. I'm over it. Like literally over it. I'm not even calling the Board of Ed Office of Student Pupils Transportation, whatever the hell they call it. I'm not calling them no more because it's not even make no sense. But what I'm going to do is seeing that I can't make a complaint over the phone because nobody don't pick up the phone. If they transfer you to a supervisor, that phone ring off. And then the supervisor's voicemail box is full. So, you know, I'm going to have to make an in-person visit. And I might just have to act like a fool for y'all to see how serious us parents is out here when it comes to our kids. You know, maybe you like to play with your kids' education, but I don't. I don't play with my kids' education. So that's what I'm going to have to do. And you know, the first thing people like to say is, oh, she's an angry black woman. I'll be that fucking angry black woman for my kids. Drunk or sober, I'll be that angry black woman for my kids. Because if y'all ain't doing right by my kids, listen. And that's y'all job. That's what y'all getting paid to do. You know what I'm saying? This is what y'all getting paid to do. So if y'all can't do y'all job properly, take a step back. So seeing that, as I said, I've made several complaints with the Board of Ed, whatever it is like that. I couldn't make no complaints with the bus company itself because as I say, every time I call, nobody picks up. And there's no room in the voicemail box to leave a voicemail. I'm going to just have to show up in person. I'm going to have to do an in-person visit. Act a fool. As I say, act like that angry black woman. Act a fool. And maybe then we might get some results. You know, maybe then I could actually sit down and talk to a supervisor and know exactly what's going on, you know, whatever it is like that. But I'm tired of this shit. Every time, you know, like people be trying to play nice and be trying to what's the name? You can't play nice with certain people. You can't play nice. You got to get rough and tough and be angry and be that stereotypical angry black woman in order to get results. So I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to go there tomorrow and see, because supposedly they got a new driver. You know, he came today. He was a little bit late because he's learning the route. And I understand. I'm not saying no. I understand because he have to learn the route. So we're going to see tomorrow how this play out and the rest of the week how this play out. And if it doesn't play out in my liking, myself and my husband just going to have to make a in-person visit to that bus company. Because I'm not going to be hearing my child whining that he does not like to be the last person in class. And which is understandable. He wants to be present. He wants to be involved in everything because he's very much so involved in his education and he loves to learn. So he doesn't want to miss a stage. He doesn't want to go to just stage 2. He want to do stage 1 and stage 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever those stages might be. He wants to do all of them. He's tired of being late to school. So if he's expressing this to me, as I said, my kids are young. They can't fight their battles. So it's up to me to do it for them. But anyways, that's what I've been going through this past 2 weeks with this bus company with my kids. But you know, as I say, we shall see how that plays out. So until my next video, I'm getting ready to head to bed. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever it is like that. If y'all don't want to do it, it's fine. It's whatever. Yeah, could just watch the video. You ain't gotta like, comment, subscribe either. It is what it is at this point. But I hope y'all have a good night. And I shall see y'all on my next video. It's your girl, Justania.